Chef Bruno Serato's accolades read off as a laundry list of international merit, being knighted by the Italian government twice, receiving a blessing from the Pope, CNN Hero, and Ellis Island Medal of Honor Award, which 7 US presidents have received. It can even be argued that he's a philanthropist first, but the reputation that precedes him is rooted in what he's established at the Anaheim White House, an iconic restaurant of the city of Anaheim that served presidents and celebrities for years. But beyond that, the most important patrons that Serato has served are thousands of children whom he feeds delicious pasta for free every day. This is Taste the Details. As storybook as the Anaheim White House's origins are, it's Chef Bruno's dishes being served there that help add to the allure. In particular, succulent branzino, tender ossobuco, and an unlikely pairing of white chocolate and salmon.
You can see this one is my signature dish. The salmon with the white chocolate mashed potato.
That's interesting. How'd you come up with that?
That was by mistake. One of my boys in the dessert area was cut some chocolate. It was cut in pieces. And I pick up a small piece like this because I love white chocolate. And one another of my boys in the kitchen was preparing the mashed potato. Because it was clean, I just put the white chocolate in the mashed potato, walking out. And I put it in my mouth. I was like, wow. But I have to combine with something. And I said, what is sweet in my menu? I can go to salmon. Because salmon is a fish, there's a sweet tendency. Then I poach my salmon, I serve the mashed potatoes with white chocolate underneath. That's like a bingo, this is a 5-star.
Well, let's talk about the plating. Is this something that you just visualize and you're just a very visual person and like to translate that on the plate?
Yeah, and in fact, if you see the restaurant, I mean, the pastel behind me, the color of the table, when you put a touch of color on the plate, is a visuality, it is better. This one is, the fish is the branzino, which is called the Italian Mediterranean sea bass, because it's so delicate. If you put any sauce on it, for me, you ruin it. People ask me why I call myself Italian steakhouse. Because when you say you're Italian, a lot of American people think we just have pizza and pizza. I want the people to know, yeah, we have a filet, we have New York steak, because in Italy we eat everything. Fish, meat, pasta, and pizza.
And no meal is complete without a headfirst dive into a dessert that I'll never forget. I don't even know how to attack this, but I'm just gonna just tear this open. Sugar, spun sugar. It's a masterpiece made up of baked puff pastry, caramelized bananas, crème anglaise, chantilly whipped cream, chocolate ganache, and vanilla ice cream. Chef Bruno's banana tart was the fitting conclusion that had couture good looks and a balanced measure of varying sweetness that was orchestral in arrangement. It's ridiculously good. With a restaurant sharing the same name as arguably the most recognizable home in America, living up to such status and opulence is necessary. Yet what also bolsters the restaurant's importance and reputation is its ability to feed less fortunate children.
I'm one of the only chefs in the world that is feeding 4,000 children in need pasta every single day.
Feeding thousands of children daily is no easy task, yet Chef Bruno, through his charitable work, is able to do so and provide them with the same top-notch experience as regular patrons.
My first job was a dishwasher, busboy, waiter, and I come from a very poor family. My mom and father, they always told me, never forget where you come from.
It was all a purposeful and fulfilling cause, and with the success of the restaurant itself, Chef Bruno and the Anaheim White House were accomplishing defining work in the community, until a devastating electrical fire in the middle of the night changed everything.
And at 4 o'clock in the morning, I got a phone call. Then my restaurant is on fire. Thank God that nobody got hurt. But when I got here by 5 a.m., the restaurant was completely on fire and destroyed 80%, almost everything. After that, my biggest issue was what I'm going to do with the philanthropy work, because I'm cooking for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 kids a day, and I don't have a kitchen anymore. But after 1 hour, I was happy enough to get a friend to call me. We have a kitchen available for you for free.
What was the time frame between the fire and the reopening?
15, 16 months, year and a half. Wow. And to me then, it was feel like 10 years. Every day was frustration. Every day was not a happy day. You know that legend of the bird, the phoenix?
The phoenix.
The phoenix is alive and again, born from the ashes.
In the legend of the phoenix, the mythical bird triumphantly rises from the ashes. And here, the Anaheim White House stands on the foundation of its own soot and cinder, led by Chef Bruno Serato, ready to flourish again in good deed and service to the city and its community.